the crypto market has been making the rounds on the news again, but not in a good way. Recently, the cryptocurrency market has been facing what many dubbed the crypto winter because of the sudden price crash, and all of that is attributed to one person, Sam Bankman-Fried. At one point, becoming the youngest crypto billionaire and was famous for his supposed generosity and intelligence. But the recent collapse of his crypto exchange, FTX, has painted him in a new light. From being called the next Warren Buffett, he's now been condemned as the man who played with thousands of people's life savings and lost. But how did he become rich, and how did he lose it all? Welcome to Wealthy Takes, where we discuss the stories of the wealthiest and most influential people and how they made their fortune. Today we'll be discussing the life and times of Sam Bankman, the young rebel. Sam Bankman-Fried was born in 1992 in California at Stanford, where his parents worked. His parents, Barbara Fried and Joseph Bankman, were law professors at the university. His entire family seemed made for success, as his aunt worked as the dean of the Columbia University Mailman School of Public Health, while his brother Gabriel was a Wall Street trader. In contrast, Sam Bankman, while intelligent, constantly defied authority and barely paid attention in class. The highly structured school system was something that never interested Sam, who preferred to think outside the box. Even today, Bankman remains critical of public education, saying in an interview that nothing he learned in school became helpful in his professional career. Instead, he attended a yearly summer camp for gifted students to get the intellectual challenge he wanted. Sam Bankman attended high school at Crystal Springs Uplands School in Hillsborough, California, and would be accepted into the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. While there, he stayed with a co-educational group called the Epsilon Theta. He graduated with a minor in mathematics and a physics degree. Aside from being law professors, his parents were also interested in philosophy, particularly utilitarianism, which was the belief that an action was considered moral if it benefited the most people. Sam would claim that this became his guiding philosophy for his business. When in college, Sam Bankman was able to snag an internship in a Wall Street trading firm, Jane Street Capital. There, he was responsible for trading exchange-traded funds, an investment fund traded on the stock exchange. During that time, he was said to have donated half his salary to charity. It seemed like Bankman found his calling for a time, but the young graduate wanted more from his career. A few years later, in 2017, he departed the firm and began his own trading company.
Which means you make money and become rich.
The world's youngest billionaire. At the same time this happened, cryptocurrencies were starting to gather traction in the mainstream, and Sam was one of its many proponents. For a utilitarian like Sam, the idea of a currency not controlled by a single entity had a lot of appeals. His first business was called Alameda Research, a quantitative trading firm for Bitcoin. Though there were dozens of Bitcoin trading platforms, they often traded at different prices. One place might be selling one Bitcoin for $100 and another would sell it for $110. Sam took advantage of this by allowing its users to buy Bitcoin at cheaper platforms and then sell them in more expensive places in a system called arbitrage. At the time, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies were in high demand, but trading was difficult due to international laws, so Alameda gave customers a place where they could easily conduct trades. The system was immediately successful, as within the first few months of operation, Alameda made over $20 million. This success was partly due to Sam's experiences in the investment industry and his moving to Hong Kong, where it was easier to trade Bitcoin. With fewer restrictions, they would eventually move the company headquarters to the Bahamas in 2019. Bankman would later step down as the CEO of Alameda Research, though he would retain a 90% share of the company. Although Alameda was successful, Sam Bankman noticed several issues with the current crypto system. According to Bankman in a Forbes interview, it has many issues, specifically a lack of regulation. Compared to the stock market, nothing stopped the customer from losing everything. To address this issue, Bankman created his crypto exchange platform, where its users can enjoy better protection from losses. The platform was called FTX, which stood for Futures Exchange. One of the significant innovations Bankman made with FTX was making it easier to place market collateral. This means that now traders could place all their collateral in one wallet instead of multiple places. They also offered more options such as crypto derivatives, tokenized stocks, etc. These innovations came in the right place at the right time and were a massive hit among users. Within just a year of launching, FTX was valued at $1 billion and in 2022 reached a valuation of $32 billion with over 1 million users. Sam Bankman was said to have been worth $26 billion at his peak, making him one of the youngest billionaires alive and one of the first to make billions through crypto. This success caught the attention of quite a few celebrities who were interested in learning more about crypto. Soon enough, Sam Bankman watched basketball with Stephen Curry, had dinner with Bill Clinton, Leonardo DiCaprio, and met famous football player Tom Brady. The face of effective altruism. Aside from his success in the crypto market, Bankman also became famous for his philanthropy, giving Bill Gates a run for his money as the most generous billionaire. In 2022, Bankman donated between $50 to $100 million to various organizations supporting animal rights, poverty, climate change, and pandemic preparedness. Recently, he also donated huge amounts of money to humanitarian causes during the Russian invasion of Ukraine. However, not all his money went to altruistic causes, and large amounts of his money, about $50 million, went to Democratic candidates in the 2020 election, making him the second largest donor. An equally large amount was supposedly given to Republican candidates as well, though these were done under the table. Sam alleges to live a Spartan lifestyle, driving a beat-up old Toyota Corolla and a simple life in the Bahamas. This was most notably shown in the infamous, now-deleted video of Nas Daily visiting Sam Bankman. However, recent investigations have revealed that he lived a far more luxurious lifestyle than he claims, owning a massive penthouse. This question was brought to light with recent events. In October 2022, it was revealed that Bankman's exchange, FTX, was not nearly as stable as he had suggested. While FTX had a lot of money, most of it was locked up in assets such as Solana and FTT tokens. Not only were many of these tokens volatile, it also meant that people withdrawing their money would cause a bank run. It was not helping that FTX's rival, Binance, decided to dump their FTT token, which caused the price to crash, causing FTX's value to vanish. Originally, Binance and its owner, CZ, had been an ally of Sam Bankman, but as FTX grew and Sam pushed for greater regulation in the crypto industry, the relationship sourced and CZ began to see Sam as a rival. While this was already bad enough, what made it worse was the revelation that many of FTX's assets were used by Alameda to fund risky bets. According to Sam, this was meant to prop up the crypto market and keep it running, but for others it seemed like FTX was just being used as a piggy bank for Alameda. Many users were understandably furious that FTX and Sam didn't seem to be taking care of their money and rushed to withdraw it. This rush depleted whatever assets FTX still had and forced them to declare bankruptcy. With all of this going on, it led many FTX investors to take a closer look at the company and inspect just how trustworthy they are. What they found was shocking. First, it was revealed that after Bankman stepped down as the CEO of Alameda, the appointed replacement was his ex-girlfriend. Many of the employees and high-ranking members of the company were friends and colleagues of Bankman, many of whom lacked experience in the crypto sphere. This was more than just a coincidence, as some former members assert that the firm hired people based on who agreed with them rather than who is most qualified. Some claim that the top of the company was a circle of 10 friends who were dating, including Bankman. After the story broke, Sam Bankman conducted a flurry of interviews and public appearances. He seemingly accepted responsibility and claimed that the losses were due to incompetence rather than malicious intent. This was a far cry from his crypto genius image not long ago. Not everyone was convinced by this statement, and a YouTuber by the name of CoffeeZilla conducted a number of interviews with Sam where he was able to prove the commingling of funds between Alameda and FTX. Shortly after these appearances, Sam Bankman would be arrested. He was initially detained in the Bahamas. He would later be transferred to the US, allegedly because the Bahamian prison didn't serve vegan meals. Although Sam pleaded not guilty to the crimes of wire fraud, conspiracy to commit wire fraud and money laundering, his other executives, including his girlfriend Caroline Ellis, would all plead guilty and confirm these rumors. As of now, Sam Bankman is currently under house arrest while he is awaiting trial. As FTX was investigated, the lead investor, John Ray III, who worked in other major financial frauds like Enron, claims that this was one of the most incompetently run businesses he has ever seen. In many ways, Sam Bankman had all the ingredients necessary to be a success: a strict, if somewhat misguided, moral philosophy, a loving family and product providing a genuine service. But now his name may go down in history as a synonym of fraud. So where did it all go wrong? And when did this collapse truly become inevitable? What is clear though is that we will learn much more about Sam Bankman-Fried in the upcoming trials.